one of the things that was paramount in all those folks that, pardon me, that came to this country was the reason for coming here. To them, this was their land of opportunity. So with that in mind, I'd ask you, if you can, please stand and be pledged the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. We're going to begin our festivities this evening with a few words of greeting from John Toomey, who's the president of the Bolton Historical Society. John, if you come up, please. And we worked very hard to help put this together.
Thank you, Bobby. Today's event wouldn't have been possible if it hadn't been for our own clerks, Mr. Cole, our town historian, Mr. Cole, and an awful lot of people, including people from Bolton Women's Club, the governor who sent over the dragoons to show what they can do, horses and swords. And we've had a wonderful day. We've eaten ourselves across town. We've had a wonderful day, and there are some of you who've been with us for the entire day. Really wondered you're tired about it. We've been having a great time. We hope this evening brings back a lot of memories for you. Some people asked me where the outfit that I was wearing today, which Revolutionary Cosmo, and I don't know when I put it on the Italian. Bobby mentioned the struggle of coming to this country, and I can remember listening to stories that my grandfather, my mom's dad, would say when they came over to Ellis Island from Sicily. They had one indignity, I think it's kind of an indignity where they were given the name Finn. My great-grandparents' name was Palatucci, and my mom's maiden name was Finn. And that was their entry into America, into the land of opportunity, and Grandpa was a wonderful barber. And every time I see an Italian barber, I see somewhere wearing a jacket, it's like I think a grandpa. And it's all kind of sweet. They did so well when you raised your back. It's one of those my mom. We're very happy to be here tonight. If you don't mind me changing hats for just a moment, as president of the Bolton Alumni Association, and knows an awful lot who are Bolton alumni going to one-room schoolhouses. I know Bobby Lynn stays up there, and Hampton went to the one-room schoolhouses, other than a few others. One of those people went to the Bolton Elementary School and went out to Manchester. Those who graduated from Bolton Junior Senior High School, and those a few of you here. And those of us that graduated from Bolton High. Tonight we're having, after this, we're doing one more thing. We're having an alumni social at Georgine's. And you're all welcome, even if you never went to school here, you're entirely welcome to come and join us after 8:30. The Bolton Historical Society is having their next meeting Thursday, October 6th. We're having the president of the Connecticut Glass Museum come talk about Connecticut made glass in the 18th century. And it's this coming Thursday. We hope you can make it. We're very glad you came here this evening. One final thing I want to mention is that on Saturday, November the 12th, day after Veterans Day, we're going to have a benefit dance at the Lower Reserve to raise money so we can keep building that monument, which are honor the veterans from World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Kuwait, Afghanistan, and Iraq. And there are an awful lot of you folks that are going to be on the line with here in this room tonight, and we still love you. And with that, one other thing that I think is notable for the Alumni Association has a wall of fame. Out of the 24 people that we've honored over the last 4 years, 9 are county members of the community. And I'll see if I can remember, if I can't find the piece of paper with everybody's name on it. There we go. Ray Larry Fiano. We honored her a couple of years ago. Dr. Larry Stolman. Dr. Tom Freda. Bobby Connor. John Merrill Bob, Mary Manningham, Robert Lindolfi, and Linda Haskell-Manningham, who married Bell. And of course, the queen of the little man is Oliver Jolie. Thank you for putting up with all the activity that we put you through today. And I hope you really had a good time, because we can't wait for next year. I'm not sure what we're doing next year, but I'm sure it'll be just as much fun. If anybody wants tickets for the alumni dance, you can see Enzo, Bill Lawrence, and Bill Prairie. He snuck out. He snuck out. You can call him on the flyer that comes in the Bolton Community News of Wisconsin. Or you can see me, I have it in my mind. Thank you.
Thank you, John. And I'd like to ask Mary Ann Daly, State Senator, who has a few words for us. Mary Ann, if you'd like to come up, please.
Thank you, Bob. It's very nice to be here, and it's really wonderful to be in Bolton at such a happy occasion. I was thinking, just as Manchester and Bolton have always been sort of blended together in so many ways and had so many interests and lives in common. So my immigrant parents and grandparents and who are of Irish descent, came from Ireland, and the Italian immigrants who came to Manchester and Bolton at about the same time, out of the same immigrant group, have a great deal in common. There are a couple of things that we don't have in common, and those are all to the benefit of the Italians, undoubtedly. One is food. Nobody ever talks about Irish food as being one of the world's great cuisines. But the other thing is the language. One of the things that I've been very sad about as I've grown older is that my grandmother spoke Irish, never talked about Ireland and never spoke any Irish to us. Whereas in the Italian community, speaking Irish and keeping track of what was going on in the old country was important. Those are differences, but I think as John and Bob have said, the thing that bound us together was the reason why we all came here, the hope we had for ourselves and our families, and the great successes for ourselves and our families that this country has brought. So while we come with different, I come with a different tradition, we've come together, all of us have, and that's what has made Bolton and Manchester and Connecticut and the world that the country that we live in such a really fun place. And I'm happy to be here to celebrate with everyone this very happy evening. Thank you.
Now I'd like to invite up our mystery guest here in the program, our State Rep, Pam Sawyer. And we did this just to tweak you, Pam, just to leave you off there and see what kind of reaction we get from it.
As a young bride in 1978, I've only been here that few years, I got to town and my neighbor across the street, Gretchen Meady, told me that if you wanted to pick strawberries, where I had to go. Then if I wanted to get blueberries, a little bit later in the season, she told me where else I had to go. When we needed a permit to do something to the house, she told me who I had to see. When we had to talk to somebody in the fire department about another issue, Gretchen was the one I went to, and she told me who I had to go see. Now, I'm from Rhode Island. So I heard a theme from the Morris to the Pieces to the Albanese. and the names continued on, and certainly, not the least of one of the seven brothers, they were seven dwarfs. Is that Larry? So I sort of grew into this, and then lo and behold, the first one's name is Maura again. And you know, the friends that I've made, the people that I've known from serving on the Board of Ed with a man by the name of Managia, who went on to be superintendent in Vernon. He is now superintendent again in Andover, one of the towns that I represent. It's been a long and wonderful history, but the little piece that I'd like to add tonight is that I have 2 children. My second child has just told us this last week that she wants to spend a year abroad in Italy. So somebody's going back. I want to thank everybody for all the families for going through all the effort that they did to put together the collages, because it means just so very much to all of us here. And to all of you that are related, could I just hear everybody raise a hand if you're related to one of the families? It doesn't get any better. Thanks so much, everybody, and congratulations for all the work.
Now I'd like to invite Doris Benny up here, who represents Unico. For all you non-Italians, she'll tell you what Unico is all about. And while you're coming up, I'd also like to thank you. She was the fine person who, we said, wait a minute, we need an Italian flag for this event. She kindly provided it for us. Thank you, Benny.
Good evening, and thanks to all of you. Thank you. I'm here tonight to bring greetings from Unico. Unico is the largest Italian-American service organization in the United States. Unico means unity. U for unity, N for neighborliness, I for integrity, C for charity, and O for opportunity. Unico provides scholarships, provides help to various organizations in town, such as Mara, Mac, and some of the others. The prime purpose of Unico is to provide service to others. Our motto is service above self. Service above self. And that came as a result of being founded in 1922 in Waterbury, Connecticut. And the purpose then was to gain strength to fight discrimination. And we did it, we thought, by providing service to others, providing a good role model, doing good deeds. And that has been our ethos throughout all these years. We have funded a chair in Italian Studies at the University of Connecticut. We are responsible for Italian Studies at Manchester High School. We continue to provide as much information as possible on the Italian heritage and culture. And you know, Italian heritage goes right back to the founding of this country. Cristoforo Colombo, we're going to celebrate his birthday this month. Christopher Columbus never set foot in the United States, but he did found the New World. The New World. 4 trips, he never set foot here. But nonetheless, he was followed by Amerigo Vespucci, for whom this country is named. And then there was a fellow by the name of Filippo Mazzei, a good friend of Thomas Jefferson. And his treatise on the humanity of man became part of our Constitution. As a result, Italians and the influence of Italians go back very, very far in this country. We can boast 11 Italian Nobel laureates. We can boast of many, many other achievements. But it all starts back at the family. La famiglia è prima. La famiglia è prima. That's where it all begins, with the family. And that is where all these people got their foundation. All those who achieved greatness at the family. And here in Bolton, that's where all of you
have gotten your foundation, La Famiglia. The Italians here who have settled Bolton have continued in that tradition with their descendants, who are still today serving Bolton. We have one example right here. We have so many others in the audience. They continue to serve. And that is part of the greatness of La Famiglia Italiana. Thank you so much for being here this evening. It's my great pleasure to be among you and to say, I am an Italian American.
Walked away with my jewelry. Dead in the water without it. And we do that to each other too.